The kingdom of heaven is like this table where I grow my three sisters' garden. Around the circle, you can see corn planted. And soon I'm going to plant green beans. The corn grows tall, but it takes a lot of nitrogen to grow. The green beans will use the corn as a stalk to wind around so the corn can support the beans. And also the green beans will return nitrogen to the soil that the corn plants take out. It's also this squash plant, which is going to be a pumpkin plant, which will grow across the circle, and the broadleaves will create a mulch so that this moisture that I use to water the garden will hold in. And the prickliness of the leaves, you can see they're kind of prickly, keeps critters from eating the corn and the beans. And so these three plants, the pumpkin squash, the corn, and the green beans, all work together. They're like an interdependent community of sisters, which is why it's called a Three Sisters Garden. And to me, that is what the kingdom of heaven is like. I thank our indigenous brothers and sisters who discovered this wisdom and have been kind enough to pass it on to the rest of us. In the middle is a sunflower, just 'cause. This to me is what the kingdom of heaven is like. Even Jesus says the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which is the smallest of seeds. But when it grows, is so big that even the birds of the nests, the birds of the air, build their nests in it. So clearly the kingdom of heaven is not about how big any one of us can be, but how much we can be to each other. How much God gives each one of us a gift to share for the good of the whole. Let us pray. Holy One, we thank you for the gifts of the earth. We thank you for the gifts of this bread and this cup. We thank you for the gifts you have given each one of us to share with each other so that we may be made whole in your kingdom.